unboxing first impression review of the Obert Archery Horsebow. This is a $100 bow I got from Amazon.
Hi there, this is future me talking. So the bow I originally bought was $100, but somewhere along the line it's increased in price, and I have no idea why. And it's not like they got more reviews, so anyways.
And I was just kind of curious how it turns out, so we're going to open this up. I'm not very experienced as an archer, so I'm kind of skeptical about calling this like a full review. So I'll try to be as objective as possible. So already the box is somewhat wrinkled around, but I paid for the Amazon warranty, so hopefully I'll be fine. But let's hope it's okay. So according to the package, there should be a bow, a quiver, and 3 arrows. Let's see what we got. So already, the big no-no, this thing is strung. When it's in the box strung. I did not expect that at all. This is interesting. I'll get to the details later. The quiver obviously doesn't look as good as the photo in the ad, but I already knew it was going to be PU leather, which is polyurethane. It's going to be fake leather, but this doesn't even feel like real leather. So that's fine. There's much more documentation than I thought. Maybe? Or it's just one free target thing. That's cool though. That's not bad. 2 target things. And no information about the actual bow. So this is just labeled as a recurve horsebow with, you know, PU leather quiver. I don't know if I really want to use this, but it's this cool jaguar thing. Fiberglass arrows, which are here. Let's see if they're right before I even shoot them. And a pre-strung bow, which I don't know what era this is. So these are just massive cias or ears, and this would be considered a short. I guess this would be considered short length. Let's compare this to my Korean bow. Alright, so here side by side, here's a Kaya KTB 50-inch, and this is supposed to be a 52-inch bow? That's big. The limbs are not as aggressive as a curve as the Kaya, but I guess that's fine. So this is like Ming Dynasty type bow. Ming Dynasty is a long time, so I don't know, but I don't like how this arrow are taped on. Let's get that off and let's unwrap this thing and find out what the heck is going on, because all taped up, and yeah. I took a lot of unwrapping by the way, but as I've opened this more and more, the more afraid I am. So, first of all, there's so much like saran wrap. I didn't even get this part, but it's to the point that's under the lacing here. So I don't know if I was supposed to take it off. At least this feels like actual leather, so that's good. But look at the finish. I'm not sure if the camera picked that up that well. Look at that finish. Like, ugh. Not beautiful. But I guess that's fine. Get what I paid for. If it doesn't matter if it looks well, it's gonna. If it fires well, I guess that's fine. This handle is, or riser, grip, whatever you want to call it, it's massive. Like, you know, here's a normal one, and I'm not talking about thickness. I'm talking about pure length. Like, I think I have to hold it all the way up here, assuming this is the arrow pass. So that's beyond awkward. So I'm holding it like that, I guess. Brace height already feels kind of ridiculous. So here's my Kaya versus that. And maybe that's just not me knowing enough bows, but that's about 7.5 inches of a brace height. And I guess I'll quantify things better towards the end. And well, let me try to zoom this in. Look at that. That's Forever 21 laces on the inside. So far, this has been a hilarious bow to unopen, but I am terrified of like, look at the string. You know, here's a regular bowstring, or a Horsebow string. Not too many strands. This one's a bit frayed because it's older. Now look at that string. It's like they took 3 shoelaces or something. What in the world? I mean, at least the serving looks. Oops. At least the serving looks fine. All right. So this was a bow that's been left strung for 2 months. I ordered this in November. I believe it's sent out the first week of December, and it's arrived. This is the 2nd week of January, maybe 3rd. Either way, it's been strung for a long time. And I bought this at 45 pounds. There's no way to check that here. I don't know what this is. Is this a one piece or whatever? But let's start doing the objectively quantifiable review of this review. Just look at that. All right, in grams, this bow weighs 560 grams compared to my Kaya, $370 grams. So it's like what, 25% heavier? All right. I mean, it's bigger. That's normal. It's bigger. It just doesn't feel as clean. All right. Now let's go for draw weight. So I bought this at 45 pounds, but it didn't specify at what length, and there's no paper or anything that tells me how much. So let's try that. I left it in grams. Yeah, that's 30 pounds or so. I don't know if they like made it that way, or I ordered it wrong or something, but 28 pounds. I mean, I could. Let me see if I can pull this an extreme amount, and then I don't know how great this is going to be. I can get it to 40 pounds, pulling it all the way to here, to my hip or so. That's about 32 inches. So 40 pounds at 32 inches. That is really off. Let's see, what else? Length of the whole bow, I think it's supposed to be 52 inches, is, went off screen, but that's like 52.5 inches. Yeah, not that's, I mean, that's less important. So there you have the beginning. So it's the wrong poundage. No idea if that's because this is stressed for so long. It's kind of heavy. Is it even straight? Maybe? Does it wiggle this way? Not really. Okay, that's fine. Does it wiggle sideways? A bit more than my Kaya. Okay, let's try unstringing it and see what happens. Okay, that does not bend as much as I'd like it to. Like, not at all. It looks like, it feels like most of the curve is just the ears. Alright, restringing it. Maybe I'll artificially add a few more twists, huh? Maybe. Ooh, what happened? What the heck? Look at that. The moment I unstrung it, this string right here just completely frays out. That is terribly sad. This feels like shoelace. There's no wax or anything on it. That's not shoelace. On this side, it's a bunch of tiny strings. Likewise, okay. Oh, I can't even twist it. If I twist it, this is what happens. Okay, there you go. Bit better. Let's try again. That does not look straight at all. What has happened? Okay. There we go. Nope. Kind of. Better. Not perfect. Oof. Is this me? Is it me? I don't know. All right then. Oh, and then so I guess let's talk. I don't know what this handle is made of. So here are the fiberglass arrows already. Because there's veins, I give it a minus points. Let's see how it compares to. These are V-Force arrows. You can see the giant label here. So we compare the nocks right now. It shouldn't be too big of an issue. That looks way tighter. But why is it like an overwhelming knock right there? Compared to, and then you have the arrow points. This is not even pointy. This is almost round. All right, but let's see if the weight is right. By the way, the point I couldn't compare. Just the front just felt heavy. So I want to say that's right. So 30 grams. That's what, like 450 grain. That would match a 45-pound bow if it was a 45-pound bow. Let's see if this is, accurate. I think this should be a little more than 300. Yeah, that's about 300. I can't do that good math in my head. So the arrows are kind of right. "31 inches from." I know you're not supposed to go from the the end of the knock to the beginning of the point. So that's all right, I guess. Now, does it knock? Oh, that's a stiff knock. You can watch this. All right, so that's pretty tight. Let's put on my Kaya, as a point of reference. Oh my lord. Alright, now we use the regular arrows. See, a little nicer, Try it on this guy. and it just slips through because this is so, I don't know, goddamn thick. Do I bother trying to shoot it? Yeah, I might as well finish it end to end, right? It's not raining anymore, so let's see how this thing shoots. I still got to figure out how to, you know, how am I gonna, just no arrow pass or anything. I guess I could just shoot. It's supposed to be up here. I guess I'll just let the leather get eaten by the arrows and then see what happens. Right, and before we shoot, let's look a bit more on the quiver. So polyurethane, but that's thin as heck, and I have no idea how they plan to keep arrows inside of this, like, at all. So I'm gonna put it on, and I don't know, we'll see. So it seems to just go by pure gravity on this loop. The belt buckle almost doesn't fit me. I feel like this is like this feels worse than some like cheap, I don't know, like BDSM stuff. Yeah, let's fire this thing, I guess. Okay, quick sidebar. The arrows just kept falling out of this. I'm not even gonna use it. In comparison, here's a leather bag that I use as a quiver. I know they tried. This PU leather. It's supposed to be fake leather or some sort of copy, but compared to the actual thing, there's a very stark difference. All right, so I have 6 arrows. I got their fiberglass arrows, my carbon arrow. Sorry about the background. I live in a busy street, and I'm shooting like 4 or 5. It's not a distance. It's not. But yeah, let's see what happens. We use their arrows first. That was a bit scary. And not having any, or I guess I can't use the arrow pass. Should it really be up here? Or should it be down here? I don't know, but it doesn't feel right. I slapped my wrist. It's not a form check. This is an attempt to shoot something with it. Alright, now my arrows. So here's the comparison. My arrows, these 3 stuck around here, and then it's kind of all over the place with the fiberglass. And I don't know if that's me or the arrows. I could try doing a full Contra on this thing, but overall. So yeah, that was me firing it. I guess overall I should show how it looks when pulled. I think it'd be around here. So that's the curves right there. I'm very short, so this is about 28 inches right here. Yeah, I don't know. I think after this video I'll almost immediately ask for an Amazon return. At the very least, they gave me the wrong poundage, and I have no idea how to go about this. So maybe if they just had this unstrung, it would have been fine. But it being 2 months out of the box and then dropping... Well, let's see. Best case scenario, this is supposed to be, the max draw is 45 pounds. It drops 5 pounds being strung for a month and a half or so. Worst case, at 28 inches, it was supposed to be 45. This came out to about 30 pounds. It dropped 15 pounds in a month and a half. That's horrible. Hey, so before I finish this video, I'm not trying to bag on this bow at all. I did say I'd be asking for a refund, and that's purely because of the poundage, not the make or anything. The customer support, by the way, was pretty good, and they just decided I can keep this bow, and they'll actually send me not this one, but another bow at the right poundage, due to just international shipping just ends up causing much more of a hassle if I ask for another one of these. But rather than, I mean, you can judge how the bow is through the video. There are still some really good parts of this. One is obviously the aesthetic. You know, ignoring the Forever 21 laces, this is unique in how it looks. You know, this black and white kind of feeling, this actual leather and all that. The durability is definitely up there. Like this, once you have your string sets, and perhaps maybe the easy solution is just don't use the stock string for this bow, but it is stiff in every which way. Like, I have issues just pushing it this way and you can't twist it. So once the bow is set to the way you want it, or you know, you do some tweaking here and there, it's rather nice. I don't think this will be your high performance, high speed like flight test. You're not looking at like 200 FPS even with like low grainage, but overall for its price, it still has its ups. It's not perfect, nor will any bow at this price range. But again, I just want to show that I'm not here to bag on the bow because for the sake of making a funny video. This is a bow I did plan on using. It's purely, my pure complaint is that it is in the wrong poundage. But beside from that, it's still, I mean, for now, I'm just going to keep it as a spare bow or a decorative piece.